Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to share with you this August 2023 Sew Sampler Box unboxing. I'm going to open it up and share all the contents with you. And I am also going to share with you a new pattern that I have available. This is my Skipping Stars quilt. If it looks familiar, that's because it was previously published in American Patchwork and Quilting, but I have the rights back now and I have the standalone pattern ready to go. So we're going to talk a little bit about this today as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first we're actually going to talk about the Skipping Stars quilt. And I do have the pattern ready. It's a great little booklet pattern, and it's also available in PDF. But as I mentioned earlier, if this looks familiar, it's because it was actually in American Patchwork and Quilting, and it was the cover quilt for that issue. And after six months after publication, we are able to then sell the pattern. And so really excited to be able to do that for you, because I know a lot of you outside of the US, it's really hard to get the magazines. And so it's always fun when we can bring these patterns and quilts into publication as standalone patterns. So this quilt finishes at 63 inches by 76.5 inches. And it uses 20 fat eighths for the block. So those would be the print, you know, the blues and the greens. And I kind of have my quilt set up in a rainbow, kind of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, going down to the navies and the gray at the bottom. So I just that's how I arranged it, kind of in little diagonal sets. And the pink is actually at the very, very top too. So just a really fun star quilt. It's a little bit different setting and layout of this Friendship Star block that is very popular. I just kind of reversed everything and really had a lot of fun making this quilt. It is in our Simply Delightful fabrics, which has a lot of low volumes, but I did use this brighter for the center of all of the big blocks. And then I used the tone on tone for the center of all the small blocks. And then I used the light with the little gray circles for the sashing between the blocks. You can barely see it in there, but it just adds a little bit. I did use the tone on tone for the inner border and the green for the outer and navy for the binding. I just love how this all it's a very, very striking quilt. As I was looking at it, I also realized it would be really fun in our Favorite Things collection. It would give it kind of a funky Christmas vibe. And I also feel like just the nature of the design, it would be really fun in your favorite Halloween fabrics too. So just a really versatile quilt. I see it with a lot of uses, and it's a great pattern, half square triangles. So it is beginner friendly if you make the triangles a little bit bigger and trim them down to the correct size. So it is definitely beginner friendly if you can accurately make a half square triangle. And again, that's Skipping Stars, and it is available now in paper with the booklet that would be mailed to you, and also PDF download. Okay, and now it is time to unbox the Fat Quarter Shop August Sew Sampler box, and really excited to share this box with you. So the title of the box was The Golden Hour, and I have to admit I couldn't figure it out from the card. Sometimes I can, but this time I couldn't. But I really feel like this is the golden time of year as we transition from summer into fall. And so the first item in the box is, I thought this is a great idea. It is a Scribbles Petite quilting design to use with your domestic quilting machine. And so the paper, I'm just actually going to open it up and show you. It's actually larger sheets. So it unfolds even. But there are I think there are four, I'm not sure how many, but there are several sheets, and it's actually longer. So you could quilt a pretty large quilt on this, and what you do is you just sew, and it even tells you where to line it up, and you just sew on these lines, and then you tear all the paper away. So if you want to try quilting something on your domestic machine, this is a way to get started. And I also feel like it's a way, there's a good little direction sheet, but it's a good way to see if you really like doing a free motion type of movement on your machine. And so yeah, this is fun. I'm gonna have to try this out with a table runner or something. I feel like the pages are 45. Oh, the pattern is 4.5 inches wide, and the package includes 4 48-inch long tearaway sheets. One pack quilts an area approximately 35 inches by 45 inches. So a baby quilt or a couple of table runners or several placemats. So anyway, really excited to kind of try that out. Next up is a beautiful Riley Blake fabric collection called Day in the Life. This is actually by a new to me designer. I'll open this up and show you all of the prints, but it's by Echo Park Paper Company. And this is a new to me designer for Riley Blake, but I will show you the prints. It's beautiful for this time of year. A gorgeous floral, and the same floral with a white background, and these cute little rainbows with hearts and leaves, and a smaller navy floral, and then this coral kind of abstract dots. I love this green. This is the perfect fall green. And then a lighter coral and kind of the golden hour color, and then a really kind of rainbow on navy. So a really nice fabric collection, and as usual they do include a pattern that is designed to be used with these fabrics. Now this is usually the only thing that you can't buy separate. I think it is exclusive to the box, but everything else you can usually pick up separately. That's the little explanation card, Metler navy thread, which is a beautiful color navy. It's actually going to be very useful. And then this month's sew along card, we are up to block number 5. It's going fast, and this is the pressed flowers quilt. Okay, there is one more thing in here that I have to show you that I'm so excited about. And it's very tiny, but it is a Creative Grids 1.5 inch. I'm going to take this out because I know I'm going to be using it. It's a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch square ruler. Does it show up on the? Okay, so you can see it there. I think this is going to be super helpful. I love that it has the cross hatch markings and the little circle in the center, and also diagonal markings. So if you're trimming something, you can use it for that. And it does have the kind of non-slip gripping material on the back, so you can set it on your fabric and it won't slide as much. So really excited to put this in my little sewing kit, and I know I will be using that ruler. Okay, so that's it for the August 2023 Sew Sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop. Another wonderful box with some things that I can't wait to try out. And also, I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit about my Skipping Stars quilt. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.